Loosey Goosey, let me have you read this.
I'm unsure if I should tell my boyfriend this information. I've recently gone official with a man I've been dating for a couple months. He's kind, respectful, and considerate, and I really think that he could be the one. But something is eating at me. I wanted to build slowly with this man, so we didn't become intimate until after going exclusive. But between the first date and that point, I did see an old friends with benefits a couple times. Back then, I didn't think anything of it, as I wasn't exclusive. But I underestimated how much I would care for my boyfriend, and I feel almost like I've cheated on him. Have I done something wrong? And do I need to tell him? Will he end things with me?
Update. Scroll down a bit. Read it.
Oh, sorry. Update. There was mixed reactions here, but my gut told me I should tell my boyfriend. He said, sorry, I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who does that. And then he blocked me on everything.
Okay, so she asks, have I done something wrong? Do I need to tell him? Will he end things with me? Going around the table, your thoughts on that, if you want to.
I don't think so. If she stopped doing that is like when they went exclusive. She underestimated how much she'd like him. She didn't know how it would turn out.
You don't think she did anything wrong?
Well, no, they weren't together, so how could it be cheating? I think the guy was being a little bit dramatic, but hey, okay. if that's what his standards are. Sure,
we'll let everybody answer before we give our response.
Personally, from like my values, like I kind of, for me, it's like I'm not testing them, but it's just because that's how I am. I'm not going to tell a man he has to be exclusive with me. I kind of expect it. I obviously voice that I'm exclusive, and if I found that out like after, and I was felt like falling for this guy and catching feelings, and I was exclusive to him, and I was vocal that I wasn't dating around, and I found out he was sleeping with an old friends with benefits, 100%, I'd probably break up with him if I found that out.
I wouldn't really mind it, because with my own way of looking at relationships, like I feel like there needs to be an official communication and title of things being exclusive. If there's not, I feel like it's free.
So she didn't do anything wrong?
Tilt your mic that way.
So she didn't do anything wrong, right?
No.
No. Okay.
I disagree. I think she did do something wrong, and that's why she feels guilty for it. Like, why else would you be like writing like this? Is just, like this post is just proof that she feels guilty and that she is guilty, because she clearly felt bad about it because she did something wrong. So
what did she do wrong?
I know that they didn't like, they weren't exclusive or whatever, but if you're talking to someone, you need to make it clear that you're either hooking up or you're like dating. You can't just be like, oh, well, I don't know what we are. It's like, that's not how that works. You need to communicate with people. That's why these things happen, because they don't communicate, and that's her fault for not communicating that.
Also, if you think he's the one, then why would you be sleeping with your old friends with benefits? It just doesn't make sense.
That's fair.
Oh, no, I think like if they weren't dating and they like weren't exclusive, she didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
She didn't do anything wrong. I think she did something wrong.
Okay, what about you?
I think she did something wrong.
Pull it back up really quick. Okay. Here's what she did wrong.
Oh.
Y'all are wrong. You guys are just wrong. Sorry. Here, pull it back up. Okay. If you skip to the line where it says, I wanted to build slowly with this man, so we didn't become intimate until after going exclusive. But between the first date and that point, I did see an old friends with benefits a couple of times.
I missed that part. That's fucked. That's so fucked.
So she told him, she was virtue signaling that she wanted to build slowly with him. So essentially she lied to him. She said, I want to build slowly. Sex is this like cherishable thing that really cherishable
Cherishable.
A chariot.
Charitable.
Cherishable.
Yes.
Yes. Cherishable. So she wanted to build slowly with this man. So while he was taking her out on dates, and it could have, we don't know all the details, right? But I think it would be fair to say here that he wanted to smash, and she was like pumping the brakes. She was pumping the brakes, saying, no, like, I want to build slowly. Meanwhile, she, friends with benefits who she didn't build slowly with, she was giving pussy to this dude while this other sucker was taking her on dates, doing a little ass out hug at the end of the date, little kiss on the lips, and then she goes and sucks some other dude's cock.
But if it's an old friends with benefits, it means it's someone that she's gotten with before. So I wonder if that changes. Does that change
She
anything
still
for
told
you?
the guy she wanted to build slowly and be
She
exclusive
told him
at some point.
She told him,
Like,
but
that's-
did they establish a relationship? Did they both together said, okay,
There
let's
was
be
no. So yes, there was not an
both
overt.
sides.
There was not a conversation about exclusivity.
Well, then there you go.
But
She didn't
yeah,
do
but
it wrong.
it's, yeah, you're trying to loophole it. But she said, "I want to build slowly," which would imply
it's
that she's not
insinuating.
fucking another dude while she's
I
dating
agree.
him.
That is true.
wanting something doesn't necessarily mean like we can want something, but do we get that do we get what we want in the end?
She did.
How does this not make
She got
this
both
point?
men.
He broke up with her because she did tell him because she felt guilty.
Yeah, but she had both of them
Should she have
at one
kept it a
point.
secret?
Told
Wait,
him.
well, but
Why-
they weren't
here.
exclusive.
Let me ask you a question. Would you have kept it a secret?
Okay, so here's the
That's a
thing.
yes.
My thing is, if my partner,
Would you have kept it a secret?
Would I've kept? Well, yes, because it's not. If we're not dating,
They are dating. They're just not.
Wait. So
They
wait,
said
They were dating. They were
Bring out
dating.
the pickles.
They were dating. They just weren't like.
She said
so
they
did
hadn't-
she?
boyfriend
Did she
and
It wasn't
specifically?
tech-
Can you pull it up, please?
Sure, it wasn't technically official, is my understanding.
Yeah.
Yes,
But they were dating.
technicality.
Because, hold on.
But she clearly communicated that she didn't want to become intimate.
I've recently gone
until
so
going
here.
exclusive.
Wait.
I've recently gone official with a man I've been dating for a couple months, indicating that they were like dating for a couple months,
Okay.
but it had not been official.
So they've been So she's been courting with him.
Yes,
been in a
but
courtship,
she said,
guess.
I wanted to build slowly with this man. So we didn't have sex until after going exclusive. So for months, this guy was taking this chick on dates, thinking she was the type of woman to wait for sex. So she was kind of misleading him to some degree. All the while she was building slowly and building towards this, like, I guess, big thing, like this meaningful relationship, she was getting her back blown out by her friends with benefits.
Okay, I see where your point is. However, I'm going to disagree because of the thing I want to say. They've been dating. He's been courting her. When you're dating somebody, you didn't establish a title with that person. You have free game with whoever you want to be with. Just because they went on dates for a couple of months does not negate the fact that he didn't say, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And now in the text, did it state in the text that he asked to be his girlfriend?
Wait.
It just says that they were dating for a couple months and then they recently went official.
Dating, so
Just to be clear, the argument here is not that she cheated on him.
okay,
The
but
argument here is that she
Misled.
was like, I
basically
made
lied to
this guy wait months to hit, claiming, like, trying to feign virtue. Meanwhile, she was like getting fucked by her friends with benefits.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's
think
the issue.
that's
You don't think it's wrong?
because it's there.
Did you do that to your husband?
There's no
No,
establishment.
hold on. Did you do that? Did your husband?
No, I didn't do that to my husband.
Did your husband like hit right away? Or?
No, he told me first that he was talking to somebody. He came to me, before we even started dating and before we even started courting with each other, he told me, "Hey, I am talking to somebody."